Welcome back to another episode of Look What Jess Found. This is episode 785, and we have a New York 2025 penny roll. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, life is hard, man. Life is hard. You know, for most of us anyway. For most of us. You know, penny roll hunting's easy. Mostly. Like anything else you could make, if you want to make it difficult, you know, you can do that too. Yeah, these ones are a little bit of a PIA, you know? Yeah. Oh, man, look at all that copper. Nice. That's what I want to see. I want to see a lot of copper. A lot of copper and shiny zincs. That's what little boys and girls are made of. All right, we're starting off with, with a shiny zinc. Huh. You know, when you have a channel and you're making YouTube videos, you get used to everything being a certain way. And if you change something, you just notice it right away. Like, and I got a new camera with a new shell that goes on and a new screen protector. And for some reason, I mean, I don't think that has anything to do with it, but I need to be zoomed in a little closer. Usually on a 4 zoom, I'm right there. Now I'm at 6. So that's, anyway, these are the stupid little things that people who make videos every day got to go through and think of, and it's all nonsense. Everything is nonsense. That would be my video. And we got a 59, man, for our first copper. Look at this. Look at this, man. Look at this. Wow, that's sweet, man. It's nice. It's got some red in there. That's nice. I have a special tube for the 1959s. So that's going to go into the tube. Here goes a 1995. That's all we need now is the double die, right? You know, I realized I was looking at this 1995 the other day, double die, graded double die. And not for nothing, but not that easy to see. Like some of them, for whatever reason, there are some 1995s that are very, that the doubling, no white AM, is very apparent. Like you could, there's strong separation. Here goes our second copper penny. There's strong separation on the Liberty, because it's the Liberty, right? For those of you who don't know, the 1995, the separation mostly is on the Liberty. Look at this. Look at all this copper. This is wonderful. Is it a die crack by the O, or is it just dirt? I don't know. I'm not getting my fingers all that dirty. And so I picked one up. I remember I bought one. I think I showed it I made a video on it. You could type 1995 and see what comes up in the search bar. Look at this. Oh man. Oh, this stuff drives me crazy, man. When I start finding coins like this, 25. Yeah. I'm that guy. I'm that guy that gets happy when he finds a quarter on the floor. Yep, that's me. Look at. Okay, that's not copper. It looked like copper a little bit from behind. I guess is how you say it. I don't know. Anyway. So, but then they have other ones. Oh, we got a 2017 P. That's a beauty. Yeah, nice. Man, 4 copper pennies, a shiny, and a 2017 P. That's so awesome, man. 1989 Denver. Last year they for repunch mint marks on U.S. pennies. 1989. Yeah, so the one that I bought had good separation. You know, I want to buy some more, but you know, I said, oh, let me I said, if I'm gonna, because there's quite a few of them to go through. There's a lot of those 1995s online to buy. So I said, let me get the nicest one. And I started to look around, and I was like, and some of them say FS and don't say double die, and I was like, that must be from a different hub, a different die. Top paint number 5. So that got me also more skeptical and wanting to look much, much, much closer than I was looking, to make sure that I was going to be happy with the coin if I bought it. So let me see. No, I don't think so. So I started looking at them, and a lot of them are not, like, the doubling is hard to really even see. So that told me a couple things. Number one, it told me that those are the ones I don't want to pay money for. You know what I mean? Like, if they were super, super cheap, maybe, but they're asking the same amount of money for the weak ones that they are the strong ones. So I was like, that doesn't make any sense. Hold on a second. Is this a shiny? I put a shiny in with the other ones. All right. So I said, okay. So it's almost like, if you buy the other one, you bought the wrong one. You know what I mean? In my opinion. Unless you're a numismatist and you know what you're buying and all of that. But if you're looking for just something with detail, then the one with the weak doubling is not the one you want, as opposed to the strong doubling. But the other thing it told me is that, now, I mean, not for nothing, I would love to find one of them with the weak doubling. You understand what I'm saying? Like, even though I don't want to buy one for free, yeah, I'll take it for free. That's cop paint number 6. For free, I'm all in. If it's free, I want it. Yeah, for a penny, I'll take it. But how many of these 1995s did I not really look very carefully at the Liberty? You know what I mean? And just was like, oh, because I thought they were all strong. Meanwhile, a bunch of them are weak. So I just wanted to go through that, and that's just to illustrate. Wow, look at this beauty. To illustrate how condition sensitive a lot of these errors are. 1970 Denver, if it was this, I just got a grease strike. Weak letters anyway. Look at the N. I don't think that's a double die or extra thickness, but it's probably just mechanical doubling. If I saw it all over the place, that would be different. That's 7. So anyway, that was our little talk today about really how important it is to pay attention to the details, because that's a nice shiny one too. Because it's easy to, let me see. It's all right. I'm not going to put it in with the rest of them. It's easy to miss errors, because obviously, I go much slower than most other people on other channels go, right? Other people are going like, forget about it. They're flying through a box in 5 minutes, which is expletive, 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 expletive. And doesn't make, so that you don't want to do. That's dumb. You don't want to fly through and just look for copper or just look for wheat cents. That's stupid. And unless you got, I mean, even Rob finds treasure. He just said the other day, oh well, I guess I'm not going to be going through pennies anymore. Meanwhile, he showed his penny hoard from all the copper pennies that he's held, and he hasn't searched through those pennies for lesser known varieties. he he just separated his copper from his wheat cents, and so he basically he has like he has I saw what he had a whole he had about 60 or 70 boxes of copper pennies on his wall, which I hope his floor is, unless it's his basement. It didn't look like a basement, so unless his floor is supported from below. I mean, I know he has it by a wall, so you get, the wall has you have beams and things that line up, so you get right next to a wall. You could put extra weight, but I mean, he must have 1,000 pounds or something like that. I mean, even a cast iron heater. Oh, that's heavy, and they will destroy a floor. A cast iron heater will destroy after a long time. You'll see that the floor starts sagging around a big cast iron heater. Anyway, my point is that he has all these really unsearched for lesser known variety copper pennies, and he just has them sitting there. I messaged him. He never messaged me back. So whatever. It's pretty cool. I like how you could see the silver. I'm gonna hold on to that. Someone might want to pay $1 for that. To see if he wanted to get rid of it and sell it. Like I say, he never messaged me back. So whatever. Yeah, I mean, he seems like he. I don't even want to say he seems like a nice guy. I mean, he's an entertaining person, but if you watch some of his older videos and his innuendos and everything, like I'm not claiming to be a saint myself, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, anyway, just saying. So, what's the point? The point is, with the way, with how scarce copper pennies are, you're really not doing yourself a favor if you're not learning how to research the lesser known variety errors. If you're not going to Conica, if you don't have a cherry picker's guide, if you don't have, what's it called? I have all these books. And I gotta be honest with you, I really don't use them. I have all the websites bookmarked on my computer. Um, Coppercoins.com, everref.com. Those are the two I use the most. Copper coins I use for the double die varieties, and everref I use for the era definitions and descriptions. Well, this coin roll gave us all of our copper in the beginning, and then got kind of weak at the end. The 1997's got errors also. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please click like and subscribe and all that good stuff. God bless. And don't forget. And I'll see you in the next one.